Hey there, it's Dr. Crypto here, and I hope you're all doing well. And in this video, I'm going to cover a bit of crypto in general, but also CRO as well. I want to give you my price target for CRO, where I think it's going to get to in this bull market, because people are not thinking at the moment that we're in a bull market, and we are certainly sitting in a bull market. The sentiment doesn't show it. Sentiment is all-time low. I have never seen this kind of sentiment. And when Bitcoin is sitting at currently at $58,985 of making this video, and the sentiment is bearish. It feels like we're in that deep, deep depression of the bear market again, but we're not. We still got altcoins which are still up from its bear market lows. Maybe they have dropped down, but overall they're in there, because if we look on the yearly, it's green. We've still got CRO, which is up 62%. Audi's up 899%. Pepe's up 853%. Cass is up 380. Near's up 254. I could go on and on and on, but we're in a bear market. All I see on X at the moment is that we're in a bear market, or we're going into a bear market, and people are capitulating. People are leaving. People are bored. They want to go and see more upwards prices. But I've just noticed on here, bonk, up 7,294%. And we're in a bear market. Absolutely not. It's all it is it's just sideways, choppy action, and it's boring people out the market. So they're capitulating, they're selling. But as retail are selling, who's buying? The whales are buying. The billionaires are buying. The institutions are buying. They keep on DCAing in, and when you get the retail selling. But when we start moving upwards, those people who've sold will start to buy back in at higher prices. But if people like ourselves, nothing I say is financial advice, by the way, hold tight, sit on your hands, walk away, and then hopefully we will make those life-changing gains. It's all about patience, and I've been patient through the bear market, from when it was 2021, 22. But overall, looking on the yearly, we're all still pretty much green. Monthly, it starts changing. We start dropping down. On the weekly, it's all red. And today, it's a bit of a mixed bag, really. It's at the moment, we're out quite a bit, actually. I do say mixed bag. It's all green. It's up 19% order years. And then Pepe's up 3.7, WIF's up 11.6, BNB 4.5. So we are seeing life. Is this September going to be one of those bad times? Because honestly, we've had Septembers in the past which has just absolutely been terrible. I did cover that in yesterday's video. But I don't know. I see sentiment so bad at the moment. Do I think we're going to drop down in September? I just think it's going to be choppy sideways, because as we're sort of finding out, we're getting the institutions all coming back in from the holidays, and people start trading again. But we can see here on fear and greed as well, we're just chopping. 1 minute 26, 1 minute 48, then 34. So it's just not here. It's just all over the place. It's like people just don't know what to do. But you can see here, but don't forget, we can look at this as well. Capitulations. This is what I find interesting. We can see here, down here, we had the COVID capitulation, which dropped us really, well, I think it was about like 6,000 down, all the way down to around about $4,000. But all these purples you see here are capitulations. And you can see here what recently just happened is we've had a capitulation and we've come back up, and we really haven't had much capitulations. But all these purples we see here are capitulations. Here we go, back into the bear market here. And then, like I said, we've got COVID. It doesn't really go back any further than 2019, in history. This is relatively new. But we can see here these capitulations that have happened. And we've just had one recently. And this is what I really do think. I really think that at some point we're going to start to make some big moves to the upside. We've capitulated down. We've come straight back up. And again, we're just chopping sideways. And obviously what we're waiting for is that data to come around. Because don't forget, this week is important. We've got the PMI service coming out. And we've got the basic unemployment rate. That's going to be a biggie. That's on a Friday. And we could see here, previous was 43, forecast is 4.2%. So obviously, what does the market want? Does it want more employment, or does it want less employment? And, you know, it's one of those ones at the moment. Which way is the market going to go? Or, you know, if it comes out worse, it comes out 4.3, 4.4. Is the market going to tank as, you know, employment rises? And that means then, is there going to be a chance of more likely to have a recession coming in? But if we come down, I think, to about the 4.2 area, I think that's going to be pretty good for the market. And also, it's going to give the Federal Reserve, what are they going to do come when it's the FOMC meeting? Because we can see here at the moment, we're looking at a 25 basis points in terms of rate cuts compared to a 50. To me, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. But I don't think at the moment I want to see a 50 basis point cut, because is that going to sort of like trigger the market to, are we heading again to a recession? And that could sort of like scare the market a little bit. And that obviously could tank the market. But if we go for a nice steady 25 basis point, I think it's going to be great for markets. It's going to pump the markets, because then that means then we're going to get more printing of money. But I just think if you go to that 50, it's going to be too hard, too quick. Because at the moment, we still see like inflation slightly sticky at that. We really do, because we see it in the shops and in the gas and electric prices. It's all still pretty much sticky in that, really. So that's what I'm just watching out for. I'm looking at 25 basis points myself and looking at the CME, and I think they're sort of going towards that way as well. But obviously, it comes back to this data again, doesn't it? The Federal Reserve are data dependent. They're following the data. But I really do think a cut is happening very, very shortly. And then that's when the money printer comes on. And we all know when the money printers come on, that's when we start saying this go risk on sort of thing. And that's when we'll start to see the stock markets pumping up more. And then obviously we'll see crypto as well. But what I'm also looking for as well is this, basically this bull flag that is being created. And I can see on this, when we go back to the total market cap, we can see here a bull flag has been created. And these bull flags are pretty bullish, because what we tend to do is like we see on here, is you got the flagpole here, and then you extrapolate it to see where it's going. And obviously we extrapolated from coming down here and extrapolate it to here, which gives us around about that $3.158 trillion, which is going to give us roughly around about 75% uptick for the total market cap, which is, you know, if Bitcoin goes parabolic up, and obviously that's going to really bring in the dominance. Is that going to push us up to that 60% dominance? And then is it going to top out? Because at the end of the day, we want this rising wedge to top out on dominance and come down. And that is when that liquidity will start to push into the altcoins. And that is when the altcoins will start to make some big moves. But again, we can see on Total 3, same thing is playing out again. This is the altcoins extrapolating Bitcoin and Ethereum. So they're taken out of this. This is just purely all those altcoins. The altcoins that we want to pump and get to Valhalla to make us life-changing money. Again, the same thing's happening. We've got the flagpole right here, extrapolate down to there, and that is taking us up to close to $1 trillion in the altcoin market cap, which is, if that plays out, then we're all going to be happy. We're all going to be smiling. And yeah, we're going to be partying big style. But like I said, what I'm watching for is for this to play out. Bitcoin to make its move to all-time high again and beyond. The dominance then starts to top out and starts dropping down to the downside. And then obviously that liquidity will start going into the altcoins, and then the altcoins will start to fly. So that's what I'm looking for at the moment in the markets. I'm keeping a very close eye in what's happening with the CMEs and what is happening this week with the data, specifically more so on Friday with the unemployment rate, see what happens on that, because obviously they are market movers. So let's go and check out and see what's happening with CRO at the moment. I've already covered this on yesterday's video regarding Chris, the CEO of Crypto.com. And it's basically his update through August of 2024 and what they have accomplished with all the partnerships they've done with obviously with PayPal and obviously with the football as well, the Champions League. And a lot of other partnerships that have come along, and we can know what's happening with the Kronos ecosystem as well. That's all really kicking off. So much going on in the spaces. It's like I said, if you want to investigate crypto.com, go to their website. It gives you all the details on everything you can do with the DeFi wallet and earn more CRO, and also the debit cards as well, because they're all tiered and offer different, different basically options for you, really, in terms of benefits and things like that. So it's worth just checking it out and see what you think on that. But check out Chris's tweet on here, go through it, see what you think. Because there's lots and lots of things going on. And people always say to me, why are you so bullish? You're talking out your ass. CRO's dead. CRO's not going to go anywhere. But I really do think they're missing out on this, because I said to you in yesterday's video that for me, I'm just accumulating because I've done my research. I'm confident in where crypto.com is going, because when we look at the charts, it doesn't look particularly great, but you look at all the altcoins throughout the whole crypto space, none of them really look particularly great. It's a bit like we had higher highs and then higher lows, and then we just bent on that downward trend again. But like I said, I'm watching the dominance and total 3 as well, because again, we've created this mass parallel channel down to the downside, but we've created this big bull flag as well. And like I said, we've got the pole here, extrapolate that out, and that's basically taken us back up to that around about that 17 pence mark. But obviously, when the dominance starts dropping on Bitcoin's dominance starts falling, the altcoins are going to start flying, and all that liquidity is going to come in. And I really do think CRO is going to get to that $2 mark. In my opinion, it's going to definitely go to $1. It's going to go to $2, because the reason why I think that is because when you look at everything they've built, all their advertising, and I'm not saying like 3 billion football fans from the UEFA Champions League is going to all sign up to crypto.com and they're all going to buy CRO. That's probably not going to be the case. But there will be a small percentage that will buy into it. They will see those logos on the football stadiums and they'll think, I'll have a look at that. And I'll check it out, and they'll think, I'll do that. Oh, I earn a bit of CRO, buy a little bit of CRO. And I think all this advertisement is paying off. You see that. You see that in crypto.com and what's happening. Because like I said, Chris said, in the bear market, when everything starts looking good, we're starting to move up to the upside and the liquidity is coming in. That's when we're going to release more benefits. And that is what they've done. So basically, they're showing that the liquidity, people are coming to their exchanges. They're liking all the products that they're giving out. And that really are. And that's something, that reason why I bought CRO. And that is one of the reasons I think it's going to go to around about $2. We went to $1 close to in the previous bull market. The next day is to double that and get to around about that $2. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think CRO is going to go to? And I also just want to point out what Cecilia's done here, all those licenses as well, what crypto.com has obtained. And no doubt they're in the process of obtaining more and more licenses. But one other thing I'm looking at as well, and this is from Crypto West, who, worth giving him a follow. He gives some great alpha there. And it's all about the CRO buyback and burn quarterly program, which I'm in support of and I'm looking to do. Because at the end of the day, I'm an investor and I want my CRO price to go up. I want to make money. And most of you watching this or looking at other influencers who create content on crypto.com and the CRO token, we all want that price to go up. We want to make a lot of money where we could go and retire, or we could pay off our mortgages, go on beautiful holidays, buy your car that you've always wanted. And that's what we want to do. And I think crypto.com is one of those one with CRO coin, their native token, is the one which is going to make some big gains, I think. And we can see here, Crypto West says, like or retweet if you agree for the buyback and burn quarterly program from CRO. And Crypto West says here, in regards to improving ideas, I would ask you to consider implementing a quarterly buyback and burn program where crypto.com buys back and burns its own coin. It comes down to the more coins that get burned, the rarer it becomes. And when more and more people are buying it, what happens then is you gradually start to get the price appreciating more and more and more. And that's what I want to see. Similar to what Binance does. This strategy would significantly strengthen the community confidence in the token's value and scarcity, therefore driving an increased engagement, loyalty, and investment. I want this to happen. Binance is doing it. Why can't Crypto.com do it? I want to do it because I want to make more money. And implementing the buyback and burn program is a great idea because it creates positive feedback loop for the token's value by reducing the total supply of the coin through regular burns. The scarcity increases, which can help drive the price over time. This is not the benefit of existing token holders by potentially increasing the value of their holding, but it also attracts new investors, which see the company's commitment to enhancing the token's value. Additionally, the program can increase the community's trust and engagement. As you can see, the platform's actively taking steps to improve the ecosystem health and stability. Like he says, this is going to improve more and more people to come into Crypto.com, buy the debit cards because they know that that CRO is going to go up over and over time. It's the rarer it becomes, the more demand comes in, then obviously the price goes up. And this is another reason why, if Chris implements this, then obviously it's going to be good for everybody. And I really hope this is going to happen. And this is why I think if something like this happens, then obviously we can look at going to that $2 mark. Could go beyond that. I don't know. Let me know. Where do you think we're going to go in terms of the price for CRO in this up and coming bull run? I know I'm going to get some comments. They're going to say, well, we're going to go nowhere, or we're just going to go down and down and down. Look, we could get a Black Swan event, you know. But I really do think that if this happens, this is good for the CRO token. So go to Crypto West's Twitter and give it a like, give it a retweet, get to Chris, send him a message, because he does say, if you want anything, send him a message. Send him a message of this, that we want, this is the Crow Fam, and this is what we want. The more and more people do this, retweet it and send it to Chris, the more likely they're going to do it. If people just shrug it off, think, nah, I can't be bothered, then it's not going to happen. But if we put the pressure on, hopefully they'll see the Crow Fan want it and they will implement it. That's what I'm hoping. So get retweeted and get it taken out, send it. So that's why I think $2 is going to come. So, like I said, give us a like and give us a retweet. It's always appreciated. And all I say is, if you've got no money, sit on your hands, or just sit on your hands and walk away. Or is this an opportunity to go back? Because at the end of the day, we could come back down to this mark here. If Bitcoin pulls back, we could come back down to about that 7 cents mark. I really think CRO is holding quite strong, to be honest. And I think more likelihood we're going to go up. I might be wrong on that. Nothing I say is financial advice, but I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.